interested in mastering the art of drawing classic and exotic cars like the ones you see around here? I bet you are. I'm Arvind Ramakrishna, and I can show you how. Hi Kickstarter. Ever since I can remember, I've had a passion for automotive design and illustration. Drawing cars is tough, and I knew that there are a lot of others like me who wanted to be able to master these techniques. And that led me to create the inspirational automotive art and design blog, drivenmavens.com. After 13 years in the automotive industry, I decided to create a training DVD set that would help other people master the art of drawing cars. And I'm proud to say, here it is. How to draw cars now, analog versus digital drawing techniques. The next question is, how do you know this DVD is right for you? Well, it's going to focus on two key groups. The first group is for the hungry design student that's eager to learn the basics and foundational drawing techniques critical in order for you to make a successful digital transition. It's the perfect solution if a student is seriously considering a design school and wants a taste of what the intensity level is like in order to succeed. And secondly, it'll be an awesome solution for the drawing hobbyist that wants to take their skills to a whole new level. Now, the big question is, what are you going to get? Let's check it out. How to Draw Cars Special Edition Training DVD Set is going to be one of the coolest training DVDs you could ever purchase on how to draw cars. Why? Let's cut to the chase and find out. I'm going to take you through a complete process. I'll introduce to you some of the different type of mediums for execution, such as pencils, pens, and markers. It's all about nailing down those basics. We'll start off with getting you warmed up with sketching exercises, getting your arm used to that draw-through feel, and enabling yourself to get that sketching accuracy that you're looking for. Remember, the only way to commit a technique to memory is to directly apply it. We'll show you how to take those techniques that you learned in the previous example and show you directly how to apply those techniques to your own sketch. Understanding the subject of your car before the final rendering is key, and that's why we'll use thumbnail sketching to explore and research the form language of the car you are drawing. Now, of course, a side view rendering is not going to make any sense unless you're able to relate it to some sort of basic form, which is why we're going to be covering the basics in reflections using a cylinder. And then we'll tie that information in and understand how the reflections work on a real vehicle when it's subjected to its environment. I'll walk you through the process of understanding proportions for a sedan, sports car, and even a classic car. You'll learn key terminologies that will help your drawings get the right proportions and balance. Alright, you get this far, you're ready for the main event. I'll teach you how to create a full-blown marker rendering with gouache paints and colored pencils. I'll teach you how to use photo references and blend those markers to create realistic looking wheels and tires. The sweet part is that this execution will only build upon the foundation on the previous exercises. No digital skills yet? No problem. We'll build upon the foundation on the first disc and take you through a step-by-step process using Photoshop to create your digital renderings. I'll ease you in setting up your brushes, help you to get used to the Wacom tablet by having you render a simple sphere. We'll then accelerate your skills by helping your mind interpret the physical world through a process called speed painting. And finally, I'll take you through a full-blown digital rendering that'll correlate to the analog techniques that you learned in the previous disc, and utilize some special Photoshop brushes that'll give it that unique, emotive quality to your digital artwork. Not by a computer all the time? It's all good. You'll get a 20-page reference guide that's packed with useful drawing tips and information. You'll even get a drawing schedule to help plan your day for practicing. And finally, you'll get an ebook on proportions, which will describe the proportions for a sports car, sedan, and muscle car, and you'll even get practice templates for all three of those versions for you to be able to practice your side views. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Now, why am I doing this in the first place? Well, college education is getting really expensive whether you decide to go to a private design school or a public school. I wanted to create high quality educational content with practical applications at a reasonable price. Now, this is where I'm going to need your help. The DVD, the insert booklets, and the packaging, they're all complete. They're going to be made in the USA locally in Michigan. But I'll need your pledges in order to meet the minimum orders for our first batch. So if you order now, you'll get 4.5 hours of instructional content between discs 1 and 2. You'll get a 20-page insert booklet with additional tips on drawing. You'll get 3 ebooks. You'll also get a collection of data files like reference photographs that I used to create the DVD. This DVD set will be the start of several video tutorials that will be coming out in the future. So as a bonus on disc 2, I'm also going to include a 20-minute introduction into perspective. Now you're going to get a total of almost 5 hours of content for $35 plus shipping. Sure to visit our website howtodrawcarsnow.com. There's lots of free video tutorials to kind of get you accustomed to my style of teaching, and we're also located on Facebook, so please join our fan page and support us. Here's wishing you a safe and happy holiday season and a wonderful new year ahead. Thank you, Kickstarter, and thank you all for your support.